It's time to hit the slopes. Ski and snowboard season is officially here. Coming up on this episode of We're No Damn Experts, we're talking with two members of Showdown's ski patrol team about some funny stories, mishaps on the slopes, and more importantly, how to stay safe as you head to Kings Hill. Now, a quick note, we recorded this podcast before Showdown announced an earlier opening. So, just so you know, Showdown is officially open as of today, November 25th. So you'll hear us reference December 9th in the podcast. Just know that's old info. They're now officially open for the season. All right, here's the episode.
Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You want to get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you want to go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
And I'm Shannon Newth.
And we're No Damn Experts. Yesterday it snowed.
It did snow. There's some places you can tiny bit still see it.
Maybe in the mountains. I haven't looked at the mountains yet, but there's probably still white.
Yes.
So I couldn't be more excited for our topic today.
Yes, it's perfect.
And I know, Shannon, you've had this one planned for a while, so I'm going to let you do the greatest honors of introducing
our
the
guests.
experts, because there's a short list of things I know very little about. This is one of them.
There's a short list of things you know very little about?
Correct.
Or a long list of things you don't know?
No.
Things? Oh, mine's a long list of things I don't know about.
I pride myself on trying to be somewhat smart in things, but this is
but
one
not
of
in
those.
this. Okay. All right. So today on the podcast, we're excited to have Justin and Aaron. They're representing Ski Patrol today, and we're getting ready for the ski and snowboard season, talking all things what to do and what not to do when you're on the mountain. Hi, guys. Welcome.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
So let's do a real quick, Ski Patrol is not your life, would be my guess, just based on the logos that are on the clothing in the room.
Yeah.
So
yes.
let me just share, Aaron, longtime listener, one of our members.
First-time caller.
And the original, you'll love this, walk star in our community.
Ooh.
The owner of Teriyaki Madness here in Great Falls.
Which you have fantastic commercials. I'll just say that.
Well
You've
done.
honed in on that. Yeah.
Thanks. I do appreciate it. And we are open for lunch and dinner today at 1710 10th Avenue South.
Love it.
Every day.
Get fueled up or fuel up after your ski day. One of the two options. Yeah.
So I have more in common with Aaron because I like food. He makes food. Justin, Great Falls Emergency Services.
Literal lifesaver.
Correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, I came here from my day job, which is managing the paramedic ambulance service here in town.
So thank you for
So
saving
your
lives.
life, both in ski patrol and regular, is trying to keep people alive and help
There
them when
are
they've
some
done bad
similarities
things.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
ski patrol is a nice fit.
Yeah.
there.
So you're all skiers. How long have you guys been skiing? Since birth? Since 30 you decided to pick it up?
I've been skiing for quite a long time, actually. In fact, nearly since birth.
Wow.
I actually grew up in Maine, on
Okay.
the coast
okay.
of Maine, in an
Lot
area
of
that's a little bit hilly. So there actually was a ski hill, very small ski hill there.
Okay.
So we could actually go there after school. So from like
fun.
3rd, 4th grade on, I've been putting skis on.
Nice.
I'm born and raised in Great Falls, and let's see, I'm in my mid-50s, so
Since
about
birth?
45 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Early for both of you guys. Mm-hmm.
So I've got, a good 2 times I've skied under my belt. So
Is that it?
that might be an exaggeration. I might have only
So
gone
once?
This
So
winter,
you thought
maybe-
going 2 was
This
better?
winter, you can make a change.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have to take some lessons.
So maybe
really
you need to
learn some
give
stuff.
them a heads up before you come.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
I think there'd be
monitoring
like
you.
a huge PSA on
Yeah.
the mountainside.
Rebecca
like
is
We have
here.
them
radios.
showing up. Yeah.
We have radios.
communicate.
We'll make sure to let everybody know what color coat you're wearing.
The last time I went to the ski hill was actually this winter. I went to
Yeah.
Teton Ski Pass.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
For
well,
lunch.
yeah. Don't let her fool you. It was not
For
to
lunch.
ski.
Like, not joking, showed up in the cutest little outfit, and they were nice to me. Like, I was ready for people to go, who's this
That's
poser?
the friendliest place.
So Rebecca, I'm also a ski instructor at Showdown. I'd love to give you a lesson.
Okay.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, we'll put that on the agenda of things that I could do with my life.
Besides just eat. You can
Yeah.
also eat. And it could be a cute outfit. It's just maybe
Yeah.
different than your normal idea of a cute outfit.
So you've been skiing for a long time. Is that a prerequisite to be part of Ski Patrol?
It's actually not. One of the members of our patrol, Karen, she's actually won several awards and is now a senior member of the Ski Patrol. It's kind of a level that you've got. Senior is you take some tests, and she's entirely a medical patroller. She just does first aid.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, that seems very important.
It's more important than the skiing.
So what's the distinction then? What are the different levels if you have people who don't ski but are on Ski Patrol for the first aid?
On a given day, we typically have a team on duty, and most of that team is actually on the mountain, on skis or snowboards. Mm-hmm. But then we do staff a first aid room at the bottom of the mountain, and that's the kind of person who may not be a big skier or snowboarder, but has the first aid and medical skills to staff that room, so when folks walk in with issues, they can take care of them.
Nice.
And this is available every time you go up to Showdown when it's open?
Yes.
And you only work at Showdown, or do you work at Teton as well? Just Showdown?
Teton's got their own patrol.
Okay. There we go.
So walk us through the process. You're like, I want to go be a ski patroller. Is that right? Patroller?
That's right.
Patrol person? Yeah.
The first step is get a hold of somebody on patrol. We can get you. We can get you into a class. We have a class. It's called Outdoor Emergency Care. It's roughly equivalent to an EMT basic course. And if you're a paramedic or a doctor, you might be able to just take the test and challenge the test.
So you kind of sped through that process.
But
that's a pretty involved course.
Yeah.
But it's a very good first aid medical course. And yep, like Aaron says, that's one of the first steps in becoming a ski patroller.
So if I take that course, then I could probably volunteer to be at the emergency services for Great Falls as well. Like do ambulance ride.
You can always do an ambulance ride along with us.
Oh,
yes.
no skill required.
Absolutely.
No.
We do community rides, community awareness rides.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
something
But,
I probably will never take up, just in general.
Not your thing.
No. I don't have that skill set. I
Yeah.
think it takes a certain personality to be comfortable in those situations. And I'd really just sit in the corner just staring like, oh my God, this is happening.
Yeah, you have to be willing to take action.
Well, that's a really interesting point because I hear that very often. And what I've found is that once folks receive some training, and some organized training, and actually have a plan, know how to approach a scene where someone's been hurt or they're sick, they actually feel very different about it, and they find that they're much better at it than they thought.
Oh.
I've seen that time and time again.
Interesting.
Where someone's like, it's not really my thing. I probably
So it's like
couldn't do
just
that.
a trigger where it's like, okay, this is the steps that I'm going to go through
Once
in
you
this
feel
situation.
prepared. Yeah.
Right. So
once you've had the training, we have lists, we have things that you're supposed to do if somebody's in an emergency situation. And I'll tell you, doing this has brought more confidence into my life than a lot of other things that I've ever done.
I was going to ask because, obviously Justin's coming from an emergency services background. What did you have any medical training, EMT type training going into your patrol days?
I mean, not more than basic first aid. I mean,
Sure.
I've been a scout leader for 20 years.
Okay,
but-
well, that seems helpful. That seems helpful for a lot of things in that position.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go through EMT training. What's kind of the next step before they throw you out in the mountain, or are you thrown out onto the mountain next?
Once you've taken the test, and I think you got to pass with an 80% on the written and pass the practical.
Okay.
Then you pay your dues and you're a member of the National Ski Patrol.
Is there a ski test though? Like, do you have to be able to make it down a black diamond, or like, what's the?
If you want to be a alpine patroller or a snowboard patroller, which are the people that put the patients in the toboggan and take them down, and it's a good idea to not kill them. So,
Yep.
First rule.
Or cause another accident on your way down. Yeah.
I mean, the patient might be 200 pounds. The sled's about 100 pounds.
Wow.
And sometimes you've got to take them down off of the Black Nyman slope. So it's a good idea to know what to have some ski skills.
Yeah.
If you want to be an alpine patroller.
Do you have people who just patrol like the green runs?
Most of our injuries are on the green runs.
I would figure that actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
That's where all the newbies are, and it's more crowded, and kids
Run into each other.
And
Exactly.
please,
Yeah.
and if you're listening to this and you're a never ever skier or a snowboarder,
don't start on the Black
please, well, please buy a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
I
point.
ski.
Always a
Yeah,
good-
I ski with the helmet. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Please
Yeah, good call.
come see us and we'll give you a cookie card.
Ooh, that's not just for kids.
All the
I'll take
patrollers on the mountain have cookie cards.
Oh.
If you're doing a
This
good
is a
job.
whole new world now. I have like a scavenger hunt now when I go skiing next time to
Just
find
look
all
for the
of
red
them.
vest with the white
Yes.
crosses on the back of them.
So if I can get to them, I can get a cookie. There's the incentive for me.
Yes, just find one down the mountain, lock in. Yeah.
So there's not, I'm going to assume, Showdown opens mid-December
December 9th.
and then lasts until around April-ish.
April 3rd this year.
There we go. There's the specific dates. That's why we bring smart people on, because you don't want your information
No, I
necessarily
wrote it
from
down.
me. Okay.
He's reading from.
So you have plenty of opportunity to come ski Montana's first ski hill, which is such a gem for us. But I can only assume, like, every day Showdown is open, there's not an emergency. Is that a correct assumption, or is there, like, is
there
it
something
we could
every
do
day?
an episode every day of the emergency that happens at Showdown?
Yeah, no, that's a good observation, and you're absolutely right. There are certainly days where there really are no at least
Good day on
significant
the
injuries.
mountain.
There's also days where it's one after another. You know, like in most aspects of medical care, prevention is a big ticket item. So we do, as ski patrollers, we encourage folks to ski under control, to follow the rules of skiing, such as yielding to someone who's below you. As Erin mentioned, wearing a helmet and all those various tricks to keep yourself from getting injured in the first place. We really stress that.
Know what you're getting into? My husband, we were skiing at Great Divide once and went off a little jump. This was a much bigger jump than he expected. So I'm behind him and he just disappears. And I come around and he's like flailed. He didn't get hurt significantly, but he was flailed on the ground, right?
So it's a good idea if you're going to go into an area with jumps. Take a
Know
run
what's
first.
on the other side.
Well, take the run first. Visualize the jumps so you can see what's under them, and then decide to go back up the chair and do it
Is
again.
this a jump I can land
Well, because
safely?
it's not just a one and done. You can go down a number of
Right.
times. Hopefully not on the jump every time.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like the supervisors as well, telling the kids to stay in line, kids being us
Adults.
On the slope thinking we're cool. So you're there to also offer that instruction like, hey, dude, where's your helmet?
Well, we're not going to tell you to wear a helmet. It's not a requirement at Showdown. But part of the preparation we do, and about an hour before anybody's on the mountain, we're on the mountain, making sure that all the areas are safe, that there's no areas where the groomer might have made
Missed.
a ledge. Also, putting up fences, checking the fences, checking the ropes, roping off any areas that might be a danger area, putting up flags in areas that might be a danger. So please also pay attention to the ropes, pay attention to the fences, pay attention
They're
to the
there
signs.
for a reason.
We put a fair amount of work into making sure that the area is well marked so it's safe for you.
That's a good, yeah.
So when
Pay
there's not
attention.
accidents, do you just get to have fun skiing
Yes.
all day?
Are you each assigned a specific, like how do you know where, I mean, I know you have walkies, but are you assigned a specific run or two every time you go up, or how does that work?
Well, at the start of the day, the mountains is divided into what, three
areas.
Three areas. And we generally volunteer for one of those three areas. So that's kind of our primary spot to kind of, as Erin said, check signs, check ropes, ski through it routinely, looking for, folks that are having issues. So we do focus on our area on a given duty day.
Okay. Do you have favorite spots on the mountain that you like when you you're excited when you have a specific area?
That's highly confidential.
Yeah. You're like, because there'll be big fights over it.
You don't want to share where your favorite spot is because then somebody will steal it every time.
It's kind of like telling people where you're
hunting.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know where there's going to be powder at the mountain at 3 p.m.
Oh.
See?
And he's keeping that a secret.
So when you come up, Rebecca, you might want to ski, like take him up on that
like find
offer, and he'll
like, hey, take
probably
me
show
to the
you some
good spots.
Yeah.
Really good spots will probably be lost on me the first year I'm skiing. So take me to the crappy ones.
So are some of these the incidents, the days where you have just quite a few, are there, like, is weather kind of a factor, or like condition more of a
weather,
factor?
snow conditions. Also, you know, at the end of the day, people start getting tired.
Oh, sure.
You see a lot more injuries at 2 p.m.
Oh,
that makes
so
sense.
pay attention.
You're tired after lunch. You're tired from the day.
And there might be a beverage at lunch.
There might be a
I was just going to say, I would assume having gone to a ski hill for lunch, my cute outfit, one of the things I did there was have a beer, which was a fantastic area to have a drink. But I could assume some people might have not had a great morning and they're like, now I'm tired. I'm just going to drink all afternoon, then I'll do one more run. Does that happen?
It happens, and it's a bad idea.
Super bad idea. Like anything, really, when it comes to drinking all afternoon and then trying to do something.
After the lifts have turned off, you'll find me in the Hole in Wall Saloon just about every day after skiing. You'll never find me there during the day.
Yeah. And that's a good rule of thumb.
And that makes me, considering I'm skiing and you're on patrol, that does make me feel good to know that you're staying sober
most of the day.
For my issues, yeah.
So what is, not that, okay, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound awful. What is the funniest thing you've ever had to get called on at the mountain for? That you can share with our people.
Respond to so many calls. I'm sure they kind of blur together too, probably.
Well, I'm gonna try to blank this out so nobody can get personally identified.
That's great.
There was
great idea.
There was the guy who decided to that it was really cold out, so he was going to wear his fishing waders and stuff them into some ski boots.
Oh no!
And then go off a jump.
Oh no! That's just a bad idea from the onset.
Yeah. Okay, so what happened?
Oh, it was a broken femur.
Oh
no.
Okay, yeah, that's serious. Yeah. Okay, so don't. We'll add to our list of things not to do.
You can. There's ways to layer that don't include fishing waders where you can still stay warm. Mm-hmm. And as our good friend Jerry Jennings says, layer like an onion, so you can take things off if it gets warm during the day.
Ooh. Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Justin,
you?
how about you?
Well, just thinking back on the years, one of them probably was kind of in line with your suggestion to not drink alcohol during the day excessively while you're trying to ski. One evening when we were doing our sweep, where we sweep the mountain to make sure no one's left behind, etc.
That's a really good thing to do.
Yeah, because that
all the
does
things
happen.
I don't think of, you know.
Yep, folks get, they're like
the
Aaron
first
said,
one's on the mountain
tired.
and the last one's off.
Yeah,
they're tired on their last run and they're taking their time. We like to make sure everyone is off. And I did encounter a young man who had definitely had too many beverages earlier in the day. And I watched him for a while as I was skiing down from the top, where he would kind of get himself together a little bit, get his skis on, point them pretty much directly downhill, and would just rocket down the hill until he crashed again. And then would get himself back together. And I witnessed this, of course, skied down to him and kind of escorted him down. So it was one of those funny, kind of not so funny type situations where fortunately we did get him down without him getting seriously injured.
Or injuring somebody else when you're doing that.
Well, there was no one else on the mountain. He was literally the last one.
Okay.
But I got to imagine, like, that's got to be a thought process. You're like, okay, I'm just going to go as fast.
I'm just going to go down the hill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think he was a beginner skier, too.
Oh, dear.
Oh, of course.
Probably down Big 7.
Yeah, and there's some steep parts
That was
of
actually
that.
on Geronimo.
Are you
So,
serious?
yeah, it was very kind of sketchy.
I guess that's appropriate for what he was doing. But
that he got down.
Geronimo's like this.
Yeah.
Well, then gets you there fast.
Yeah. Did he run into a tree? I mean, there's lots of trees out there.
There are, and that's definitely something to avoid.
Yeah.
That'll typically cause some kind of significant injury.
Yeah,
We
don't
call
hit
it
a tree.
Skier versus tree.
Yeah.
Or a snowboarder versus
Tree
tree.
always wins every time.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't move.
Yeah. Okay, quick, more serious note about tree wells, because those can be super dangerous. So what do we need to know?
Wait, tree well?
Wells.
So
Okay.
when the
So
snow falls,
I'm going to let them take
the
over now.
The snow actually doesn't fall all the way to the base of the tree, because the tree, of course, has leaves and branches. So right at the base of the tree, there's an area where the snow there might be snow there, but it's loose and unconsolidated. You get too close into it, you'll fall down into there, and it's kind of very difficult to get out, especially if you're upside down.
Right. I can imagine.
They can be really, like, I mean, stories I've heard can be very,
scary,
very dangerous, very
dangerous.
bad endings to those. Yeah. So avoid the tree. Okay. So,
Well, and if you get into a tree well,
yeah. How do you get out? Without you, how do you get out?
you kick,
You just start digging.
You kick your skis off and you dig.
Yeah.
Well, see, that would have been mine.
That's good that you had good instinct. So how do I safely ski through the trees? Can you? I
Of
mean, there's a
course.
lot of
It's-
people who
it's-
love skiing through
It's
trees.
a lot of fun
Yeah.
to ski in the trees.
I've always seen, like, on the movies, that's my big reference, because I don't go to the ski hill, but they, like, slide in and out really fast between all the trees. I assume, since you knew about tree wells, you do that often, or
Well, no, I don't, because
Okay.
I get nervous that I'm going to run into a tree
which
or
you
get
shouldn't
caught in a
do.
tree well. But I do. It is really fun though to go through them.
If
yeah,
you ski in the trees a lot, you will go into a tree well.
yeah, that'll
I mean,
happen at
it's-
some
it's
point.
just- well,
yeah,
I
I
mean-
did. I will say I don't remember which runs. It was the furthest over chairlift.
There's a lot of there's a lot of
No, it
great
wasn't.
tree skiing right between Ruby and Ripley.
Yeah,
And but there's a lot of tree wells
that is
there
where
too.
I went through one time. I was with a friend of mine, and I went through just towards the bottom. Just kind of went through, and as I was coming out, I do wear a helmet, thankfully, although it bounced. I'll get there. So I was going through the trees, and I was just coming out, and I think there was a little bit of a lip coming out back onto the run. The tips of my skis caught the lip, and I just went
Ouch.
We call
straight
that augering
forward.
in.
I augured in. And thankfully, I mean, I had a helmet on, but I definitely, like, my head, like,
Did a little bounce.
bounced in there, and I, like,
So
I
when you're
got a
you're
little
shopping,
whiplash, I think,
so
honestly.
when you're shopping for a helmet, some
Yeah.
of the newer helmets.
Yeah, I've
have
had
some of
mine a
that-
long time.
Get a new helmet.
Okay.
Have this honeycomb shape to them. That's technology that was introduced by the NFL or started by the
Oh,
NFL.
okay,
And it's all
yeah.
it's in the newer ski helmets now. And if you don't have that honeycomb, if you can't see
Yeah.
the honeycomb mesh in that helmet, just throw it away and get a new helmet.
Really? Okay.
It's amazing
Because I
how-
felt like mine
how-
fit well, but I did have, when it was that, like,
because it's just
bouncing.
foam.
Yeah. Okay. Honeycomb. That's
your
what I'm
head
looking
should
for.
not move around in a helmet.
No.
That would be my guess.
And it usually doesn't, except when it.
And
bounces
also
off the
after
ground.
after you've taken a big hit with the helmet,
Yeah.
that foam is designed to deteriorate because
Oh.
it breaks down so that your brain doesn't.
yeah, yeah.
So after you've taken a big hit with the helmet,
Okay.
that's the time that you need to buy a new
Probably
helmet.
so. Okay. I need to buy a new helmet.
So
I
with
like
all this helmet information, if you're going to Showdown, you can rent equipment at Showdown. You can rent equipment here in town before you head up. So you don't have to make that large investment if you're not an avid skier, let's say like me. But can you rent a helmet then? Or is that like a...
I don't know anyone in town that rents helmets.
Okay. So
That's
you
a good
do
question,
that is a
though. Mhm.
purchase that you will have to make
Okay.
if you want one.
We also
that's a good
do,
question.
we also do a deal with Benefice Hospitals at least once a year where we do a helmet giveaway.
Good to know.
And keep in mind, take a look at. We try to publicize it when we do the helmet giveaway, and then everyone, adults, kids, until the helmets are all gone. I think
Nice.
last year we gave away 135
Put
helmets.
a lot of
Oh,
them.
nice. Good.
And there were some left over as well. So another thing to keep in mind is if a parent is looking to take their kids up for the first time, etc., and they would like to equip them with helmets, but don't want to necessarily buy some helmets, it would be a good idea to check with the ski patrol because we may have some resources where we could
Oh, nice.
track down some helmets for the kids. And-
Okay.
And that's entirely funded by Benefice,
Nice.
their community foundation.
Yeah. Good deal.
They're one of our local healthcare facilities here in our community. Hopefully
Yes.
you won't have to use them.
Hopefully you won't be visiting them. No.
Yeah. That's
While
our
you're staying
goal,
here.
is to try and educate you so you're not visiting some of these places.
Yes.
Even
We'll
though
tell you
they're
where
nice.
to go and where not to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What do you have an?
Well, yeah. So chair lifts.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult and have been skiing a long time, better handle. However, I've had my fair share of run-ins with chairlifts. I get it from my mother, who she listens to the podcast, so she'll enjoy this. I don't know if I should share this story. It's not about me.
Do it.
My mother one time did not, with I think her and my dad were just dating. She did not get off the chairlift.
She rode the bull
Just
wheel.
rode it all the way around. There's been other times I've been with them. You just don't move fast enough. It comes around and it flings you like it hits you because you're not moving fast enough, flings you off of the chairlift. I get nervous. I was with my friend Katie once at Showdown. She didn't quite get on enough and went flying, got hit and went flying into a snowbank not far off the chairlift. I've had my fair share of encounters with chairlifts. I get nervous. So let's talk about how do we properly get on and off of the chairlift.
Before you answer that, how many calls are you on when it comes to a chairlift?
That is one of the more common where someone gets
or
injured.
I get
getting
nervous
off
that
the
I'm going to
chair.
get stuck. I start kind of scooting, but not too much.
So we have a beginner chair at Showdown in addition to the two chairs that service the regular part of the mountain.
Okay.
We call it the Sluice Goose Caboose.
Yes.
Yep.
Love the name.
The lifties have the ability to slow down that lift if you ask
I don't.
for it to get on and off.
Yes.
It's a good, and especially when you're beginning, make use of that.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Just
to
say,
slow it
can
down.
you slow this down for me?
Sure. That's
'Cause
another
some-
good reason for beginners to start off with some lessons, because the instructors will not only help them get down the hill and ski safely and properly, but it'll help them make sure
up
to
the
get up the hill on the chairlift in a safe, kind of relaxed way, so you're not having those kind of unfortunate incidences that make everyone nervous.
And we have a ski school at Showdown that is just
They're
every
awesome.
one of our teachers are. It's their goal to make sure you're comfortable with everything that we teach you, and we make a point to, by your second lesson, usually your first lesson, we get you on the chairlift
Okay.
safely and teach you get some
Safely.
confidence there.
Yes.
So this is related, but not, and I'll get to my question that I have. I went whitewater rafting one time as well. And in the instruction of going whitewater rafting, the guy says, hey, if you fall out of the boat, just know that the way you're going to survive is to stand up, because the water's not that deep and that's how you're going to survive. I'm like, oh, well, that's good. So I'm safe. I'm ready to go. Don't think anything of it. I can't be the one that falls out of the boat, but sure enough, I'm the one and only person that falls out of the boat. And I'm not a strong swimmer. I fall out of the boat. I go to stand up. Can't stand up because I'm in the one part of the river where it's too deep. So I am always the one person that's going to do the thing that nobody wants to do. So on the chairlift, I'll be the one that doesn't get on and falls off 200 feet above the thing.
So you're not the only one. I have a metal leg due to a Sluice Box's whitewater rafting incident.
Oh my gosh.
Mine was not sluice boxes. Was it early season?
It was too late in the season.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Wow. So, have people fallen off the chairlift, mid-lift?
That's
I don't
terrifying.
Because
know
you
if
don't
there's
get
been any
strapped
cases
in
of
at
that
a...
at Showdown. No, the chairlift incidences tend to happen when people are boarding at the bottom.
Okay.
And the chair obviously isn't very far off the ground. In fact, it may not be off the ground at all. And then disembarking at the top. But once you're in the chair, it would actually be pretty difficult, extremely difficult, to come out of the chair unless you
Don't test
purposely
that.
jumped. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that, Rebecca. That
I won't purposefully jump. I just don't want to be the one
So
good
in
Lord.
about a month, Justin and I are going to be making a point to jump out of a perfectly good chairlift.
we do it
Is
every
that part
year.
of your training?
Yes, every
Okay.
year.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, okay. How far up are you? How does this happen? Do you
Because
have a
it
tarp?
looks
Well, there's
far in
there's also going to
pictures.
be a rope involved.
Okay. that's good. Does the rope?
I don't know if that's
I don't know.
good.
I don't know. Yeah,
how's it gonna be
how does
used?
the
A
rope
rope
help?
that we're tied into
Okay.
before we jump out of the
Okay.
tree.
Oh, good.
we do chairlift evacuation training every year.
Yes. Oh, what there was.
So
an
like when the
incident for
chairlift
that. Yeah.
stops running, and you got to get
And
somebody
it can't
out.
be fixed quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the decisions
We
made
give
to-
people kind of a circus ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's got to be, well, part of your job too is in that moment, as I'm sure you experience in emergency services, you're part, counselor, psychologist, because you're trying to communicate to like, okay, you need to calm, you need to not freak out, I need you to think about this and do this. Is that, do you train for that too?
Absolutely, we
Yeah.
do. Just know that we all go through a great deal of training.
Yeah.
We make a point to practice these skills annually.
Yeah.
So not only taking ourselves off the chairlift so we know what the guests are, what it's going to be like for the guests. We also have to practice taking somebody off the chairlift. Just know we're trained. Listen to what we have to say, and we're going to make sure that it's safe and uneventful for you. And the one time that I think it's happened in Showdown's history was about 3 years ago.
I remember
and
that.
there was I think we got 77 people off in like 45 minutes.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
the people
Wow.
and the chair started running again, and the people that didn't get evacuated were upset that they didn't get a ride.
Didn't get
They
to
were- they
do
were
that.
disappointed.
They're like, hey, this was a once in a lifetime, hopefully,
Wish
experience.
I could have done that.
Yeah. Wow. Were either of you on shift when that happened?
Yeah.
Wow, both of you.
I was actually in the chair.
Really?
So I was one of the first ones to get evacuated
So you could
off,
go
so I
help
could
the
join
others?
in
Yeah.
to a team helping others off. And
Wow.
you're absolutely right, Shannon. It's kind of counterinstinctual to jump out of a chair.
Uh-huh.
For the general public. So
You're not going to do it unless
some,
you're so far up there. You're not going to do it unless somebody's guiding you and helping you.
Sure. Yeah.
giving you some
Just
instructions.
mentally to get over that mental block.
Yeah, I think even if somebody was there helping and guiding me, I don't think
That'd be hard. Yeah.
I would be like, nah, I'm good. I'll just live here until this starts
Until
moving
this
Fortunately,
again.
that's an extremely rare occurrence. Like, I think we've done
I
it
think
once
there's once in the
Showdown.
history of Showdown, and just Showdown's been operating since 1936.
How cold was it that day? Because it was a power issue, correct?
No.
No,
No.
it wasn't a power issue. I should remember this. It was on the news at this time. Okay, what was the experience like then when you were actually like real life scenario having to do it versus your training?
Well, it's like most things. Your training really is similar to the actual event.
Kicks in.
So I think most of us did exactly how we were trained to do that.
Yeah. And it worked how it was supposed to work.
And we had a
Yes.
great team of leaders at the top of the mountain. Actually, the person who took command of that was Colleen Finch, one of our patrollers. She actually, I believe, the year before or the year after that, won an award as the outstanding #1 patroller in the United States of America.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's
Right
fantastic.
here in Montana's
Yeah.
first ski hill.
I love it. That's fantastic.
So a lot of this is a lot of what we have been talking about is geared towards people who are a little bit more novice, which in general, I would say a lot of our visitors probably are. They're not ski bums, or if they are, they're not listening to our episode about how fun it is to ski Showdown, or maybe you are, and I'm sorry that I offended you, but expert skiers, like I saw a post yesterday, we got beautiful snow on the mountain this weekend. You're still able to go ski on Showdown.
Upper Quick is skiing amazing right now.
So when the lifts aren't running and the lodge isn't open, you can still hike up and ski. Were you guys up this weekend?
I was.
That's
not,
usually
but I
more
think
for
Aaron-
expert people. Where's your favorite area to ski? Because there are some places I've heard that you can ski up in the little belts that aren't part of the Showdown that are amazing. Or is that a lie?
So the power lines right next to Showdown are really good skiing with a really good grade, and I like to just climb up Showdown and ski some of the runs on the front side. The backside, I wouldn't ski the backside too much unless you're confident. It does tend to slide a little bit unless there's been some skier compaction. But there's some fun stuff at Showdown.
And so that's before it opens, and after you're still able to go experience skiing, downhill skiing,
Just know if you
without ski patrol.
I just want to mention that
Yeah.
if you do go skiing at Showdown, pre-season or post-season, hiking up, there are no patroller services. There's
zero help.
Yes.
Yes.
You are on your own.
I went one of a really fun experience. Well, when I was in the middle of it, maybe I questioned it. But looking back, it was amazing. A group of friends and I went in May one year, and we went at night and climbed up.
Sounds like a good plan.
Climbing up the mountain in ski boots is harder than regular boots.
Well, I suggest if you're going to do that, also get skis that pivot at the toes, called AT skis or telemark skis.
Yeah,
and
I didn't
put
have
skins
those.
and get skins on your skis,
and just
so
go
that
up.
you can just walk up the mountain.
I had a backpack on with the skis strapped onto that, and in my regular ski boots, climbing up Big Seven.
Really
it was intense.
Well, I like hiking up Big Seven as well, but it's a little easier to go around the Goose.
Yes, it gets pretty steep.
Justin, do you want to say what she did is completely stupid?
He's looking at
Well,
it was kind of the face I saw,
I
but
did
I'm like...
make a face, but I can't say that I have not done the same thing before.
I will say I was with friends who knew what they were doing, had been like, I felt comfortable. I felt comfortable if
you
something
just didn't
happened
decide one night at home, like, hey, I'm going to do this.
No, it was not just me like, hey, I should go do this.
One incredible tour that I've done a couple times is you off the backside of the Goose, you can take a trail called O'Brien Creek. That'll take you all the way to Nyhart, 7 Mile Ski.
Oh, wow. That's fun.
That's a lot of fun.
And the other way, kind of a fun ski, I've only done this once, is off the backside of the mountain, skiing toward White Sulphur to Forest Green.
Ooh.
So,
fun.
You do the run to Nyhart. How do you get back?
You've got to be prepared and have
little shuttle.
Suggest a vehicle or the Thumb Express.
Okay.
There you go.
I was going to say, like, I could probably see, like...
A lot of people that live in Nyhart, that's how they get home.
Oh.
That's fantastic. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It does.
Mm-hmm. So there's also snowshoeing trails around Showdown. I know part of the snowshoe trail kind of goes right over that main highway hill, if you will, from... what is it, Big Seven over to the other chairlift if you're coming down. How do you manage? Have you had like snowshoe or skier collisions?
So one thing that I'd suggest is that when the ski hill is open, uphill travel is a very bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that use the go up and over. I don't know if it's called something, but yeah.
But just
really needed a visual component for that.
Uphill travel and downhill travel on the same route can end up
bad.
Gravity.
Yeah. Bad news.
Takes into
acceleration.
It's a beautiful area to
Force
snowshoe
equals
in
mass
that area too.
times
But
acceleration, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, you're not going to win if you're on the snowshoes.
I wouldn't think so.
Or the ski. Yeah, no one's winning.
Just
no one's
because
winning.
the force.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, no one's winning, but yeah. Anyway, there's snowshoers up there too. Yeah.
And there's some great snowshoe trails off the side of Showdown.
Yes.
That are just incredible, and there's some areas that kind of intersect with Showdown that are absolutely great snowshoeing, and you can still take advantage of lunch in the lodge and beverages in the
still like
in the
your base camp there.
Saloon. And there's if you go to Silvercrest, we have in addition to cross country trails, there's snowshoe trails right there, and it's only 1.5 miles from Showdown, so you can still do lunch at Showdown and not have to pack your own.
Or if you're a family, you have a divided family, some want to do downhill, some want to do cross country. You can do that easily.
They're pretty close.
And they just got a new groomer.
Oh, good deal. Yeah, I'm hoping to have them on sometime this winter as well.
That's Jerry Jennings also.
Oh, well, there you go. Of course.
Of course, that area has quite a bit of snowmobile trails.
Yeah.
Also in the surrounding
areas. Do you take care of snowmobilers who are in the area as well that get hurt, or you just ski on borders?
Our primary mission is, of course, skiers that are on the mountain. But if a snowmobiler did crash, which would not be on the mountain because there's no snowmobiles on the mountain, and we could be of assistance, we would certainly respond and help them out. Absolutely,
yeah. How long? I forgot how long. We asked how long you've been skiing. How long have you been on ski patrol?
So I'm one of the new guys on patrol. Okay. This is only my 8th year.
Okay. So you're new, and it's your 8th year.
So, Justin, how long have you been on?
Kind of in the vicinity of about 20 years, off and
Oh
on a
my
little
That's
bit.
pretty average.
Wow.
Stan King just is, I think this is his 61st year.
Oh
Terry
my
Stevenson
gosh.
just got his 50-year pin.
Wow.
You can
So-
see people get hooked on it.
Yeah. That's a commitment, though. That's impressive.
If I recall, and if you are new to the podcast, sometimes I just create facts and then verify if what I'm saying is true.
She does this all the time. Yeah.
So now's an opportunity for that. Kind of the Great Falls Ski Club started Showdown.
Yes.
Ski Club, is it connected to the patrol? I would have to assume
So-
that people started the ski club are also part of patrol somehow. No,
They weren't the same people, but
Completely.
it was about the same. It was exactly the same time. Great Falls Ski Patrol got formed at the exact same time as Great Falls Ski Club.
Okay.
And
Smart.
at the time, Great Falls Ski Club ran the mountain, and Great Falls Ski Patrol, as we continue to do, patrolled the mountain. That was
And-
1936.
And so you make a lot of money doing this, being part of ski patrol.
I am getting they're doubling my
I think we're all
salary
getting
this
raises
year.
this year.
Yeah.
Oh, are you getting 2 passes?
They're doubling my salary. I'm going to make 2 times 0.
I heard that
Oh,
as well.
hey, congratulations. Yeah.
No, it's strictly volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are 4 paid patrollers at Showdown, and they're the ones who patrol Wednesday through Friday.
Okay.
And kind of manage, do some management and tell us what to do on Saturday and Sunday. But Great Falls Ski Patrol is an all volunteer.
Are
There's
you
certainly
on?
some perks. For example, Showdown very generously provides us with ski passes once
Mm-hmm.
we've had some time under our belts, which is super helpful
Yeah,
to get
that is nice.
Yeah.
Do you, obviously, you love skiing and you love to be there if you've been doing it this long, as long as you have. Do you go up on the weekends that you aren't patrolling? Do you just get tired of
Being
going up
there?
there every weekend?
I pretty much go up every weekend,
Okay.
partially because of my children.
Oh,
Who are
yeah.
also avid skiers. And
Well done.
In the
Yeah.
early years, they did ski groups up there that were literally every Saturday. So,
Okay.
so we'd go up, and now they love it as much as I do. So they are getting the car loaded at
like, "Come on,
5:30 in the
Dad."
morning, and
Oh my gosh,
getting ready
yeah,
to
they're
go.
committed.
Yeah.
I've kind of fallen in love with ski instructing. My kids are all adults now.
Yeah.
And I do see my son up there on a regular basis, but
That's like the only time you see him.
kinda,
Hi,
yeah.
son.
But I've kind of fallen in love with instructing, and I really like instructing. And when I'm not patrolling, I'm usually instructing up there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Do you have time that is just you up there, that you're not worried about anybody else in your skiing?
I think I took 2 days last year where I put
Oh.
on my own coat
Okay.
instead of
Free
an
skiing.
instructor coat or
Yeah.
a patrol coat.
Wow. Yeah.
So is there a favorite time, like when it's just cold and overcast and nobody wants to venture out, because a lot of people are like, oh, Montana, it's freezing in the winter, and why would you ever go outside? Well, because it's absolutely gorgeous. But is that your favorite time to go, or is it when there's just tons of people? For you personally, when do you want to be on Showdown? At Showdown?
That's a good question. One of the nice things about Showdown is it hardly ever gets super crowded.
Well, there's that.
Even on those bluebird
Busy days.
busy days. For some reason the lift lines are always short, relatively short. There's plenty of elbow room on the slopes. So it really does not get, super busy like something like Big Sky or the Ski Hill and Whitefish. Having said that, I think one of my favorite times of the year is the spring.
Yeah.
It is kind of warming up. The snow gets a certain type of consistency, which is pretty fun. And it's a nice time of the season.
I like following the different seasons, and there's different skiing in December than there is in March, and different than February. I really like Wednesdays at Showdown. We're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and there's usually a good dump of snow on Monday and Tuesday, so Powder Wednesdays are just incredible.
Powder Wednesday. I like that.
So one of the things that you would know if you listen to our podcast long enough, Showdown is a only from the sky snow. That's not, nobody's making it up there and blasting it onto the mountainside. So your conditions really are contingent on whatever Mother Nature decides to place at your feet, which can and usually has been, and I'm saying not from my own experience, but from other people who we've had on the podcast, say that makes the skiing at Showdown premier.
We call it Showdown Champagne. It's
Ooh.
light. There's not a. There's. It's light. Light powder. There's not a lot of moisture in it. It's very dry. It's just so much fun to ski in.
Fun.
Do you ski other places? I mean, because we've had people who'll go, they're like, oh, we were down in Park City, but Showdown was better. Or we were at Big Mountain and Showdown was better, which we consistently hear, we being me. But I don't, I'm just like, okay.
Teton is great. I love Discovery. Bridger Mountain, Bridger Bowl is just a short drive from Showdown. I mean, there's all sorts.
It's fun to check out some of the other places around the state. There's a
When
lot
do you
of
have
small
time
to
to do
mid-size.
that, though? It seems like all your time would be at Showdown.
Showdown's
Well,
closed
it's
on
the
Mondays
best.
and Tuesdays.
There you go. True. Other days of the week. Perfect.
Except for holidays. Like
for
President's Day, they'll be open.
Yeah.
And we're open
Valentine's
7 days
Day.
a week from December 16th till schools are back in session.
Holiday.
Christmas, too?
Yeah.
We're
Well-
closed on Christmas Day, which
Okay.
is my favorite day to hike up the mountain.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Good call.
That's got to be like the best day, Aaron. Christmas
Yeah.
Day.
On the
On the mountain.
Climb up.
Good way to celebrate.
Yeah.
It is.
Beautiful.
That's probably. I've always had a dream of like renting the Forest Service cabin and having the
Ooh.
holiday
That is a fun
there,
thing to
like
do.
Thanksgiving. Or
So it's
Christmas.
available. You can do that.
Yeah, I never find it available, or
You need
find
to-
it available when my family will actually spend time with me.
So it's a matter of, it's like getting a reservation at Glacier.
yeah.
You got to
Gotta
be
plan.
early. Yeah.
Got a plan. Yeah. I'd like
Get
to do that
prepared.
sometime, too. That would be fun for a holiday, though.
Yeah. Well, that Hallmark vision that you have
Yeah.
of, family loves being together and they all smile and nobody's
You're all
angry.
stuck in a fire tower together. Yeah. Can't get away.
Those are the moments I live for. I'm going to have to find a new family.
So, talked a lot about Ski Patrol, about Showdown. One of our things when people come here, they come here for outdoor recreation. They love coming to our area to seek out any time of year outdoor recreation. And part of a support for Ski Patrol, a really fun event coming up. It's one of my favorite events because I just love it so much. I love the energy and enthusiasm that happens at this. Is the Banff Film Festival. Any outdoor enthusiasts or film enthusiasts, like this is just, or wannabe outdoor enthusiasts, which maybe I call myself that because I'm not as extreme. But this is just such a fun event, and it's coming back again this year, and it typically sells out. It's typically packed. Tell us all about the Banff Film Festival.
Well, we are certainly, as you are, Shannon, very excited
Yeah.
for this event. It's actually our fundraiser, our primary and sole fundraiser for the Ski Patrol. And this year it's occurring on December 9th. We've actually changed the venue and are holding it this year at the Great Falls High School Davidson Family Auditorium.
Okay.
Which is a beautiful facility, and it's really going to be a neat spot to watch this series of films, of outdoor films, climbing, kayaking, skiing, cultural events, and it's going to be a fun time. And we do have tickets for sale.
Okay.
At this point, both online on our website and at Bighorn Outdoor Specialists.
Okay.
Perfect.
And December 9th, that's the same day Showdown opens. So you can go
That's right.
get in your first day of skiing and then come watch
Do
the
the
film
video.
festival.
So you guys get paid these huge dollars. What are you raising funds for?
So we don't charge candidates to go through our classes.
Oh.
So the materials for the classes, all the advanced training that we do, all of it costs. So that training is all funded through Banff. Also, the Band-Aids that we use at the first aid room, this is how we buy them. The Band-Aids, the bandages, the splints.
The toboggans that haul you down the mountain.
They require maintenance every year.
Because they're getting used every year. Don't
Yeah.
be a toboggan user.
Yeah. Yes. But you can help pay for them.
Yeah.
So tickets are only $20. It's the film festival is going to be a lot of fun. I think my favorite film over the last couple of years was the one of the guys who were on ropes off of a mountain playing tubas.
Oh, I missed that one. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
My lord.
So, okay, have
And,
you?
and then there were violins. There was a French film where they were walking across a tightrope between two mountains
Yeah.
playing violins.
Oh my gosh, you've
this doesn't just happen
never-
out in nature, you know?
that's planned.
You gotta, you've got to coordinate that. Just
Well, they also
don't
had a
all
film crew.
involve playing musical instruments either. Yeah. Okay.
Well-
Have you been to the film festival before?
no, and that's
Okay.
why I had asked you about
Yes,
it.
I'm a
like,
long time lover of this film festival. Okay, for what? So there's films where people play musical instruments on tightropes. What other types of films can people expect to see? I know you don't know the lineup for this year,
There's generally a huge variety,
Mm-hmm.
different types of films, also ranging in length from a few minutes to maybe 20, 25 minutes, a little bit of a longer film.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, there was a film that I really loved of some people that went all the way across Antarctica with dog sleds, and they filmed themselves doing that. There was some some incredible skiing films and incredible kayaking films. There's some great mountain climbing.
Remember that bear one last year?
Oh yeah,
That was a great film. The guy who basically lived with some bears in Alaska, I
Oh
believe.
wow, wow.
will there be popcorn?
No, this is not a food lunch type of event. It's
She doesn't.
straight.
I like
that, yeah.
movies.
the
I
school
will-
district is
But-
pretty clear that they do not want food in
Food
their
or
fancy
beverage.
new
Auditorium.
However,
That's fair.
the good news is there are a lot of great restaurants and eateries
This is true.
for before the event
He might
and
have
after
missed.
the event.
Might have missed
that
his
are-
calling and promotion.
I know.
mean, look
I
at
love
how
that.
easy
Just
that was
naturally.
for him.
And Teriyaki Madness will be open until 9
There you
o'clock
go.
that night.
Perfect. We got it all planned out for you.
1710 10th Avenue South.
There you go.
Now, you, Shannon, I'm pointing at Shannon.
Yes.
You don't know that as you're listening, but you said that there's not necessarily people skiing with instruments, but I want
Not in
to
every film.
think New Year's Eve at Showdown, there might be some instrument gala, but I also know that there's definitely fireworks floating down the mountain. But no, are there instruments or are there not instruments?
So every year we have a torchlight parade on December 31st at Showdown.
Right.
It's a huge amount of fun. I've been part of the torchlight procession for about the last 10 years.
Now, just to make sure, part of it meaning you get to carry a torch down the mountain.
Carrying 2 torches down the mountain.
Two.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Because you got to have one in each hand
Oh.
as you're going.
Wow.
Down
I
Big
would
Set.
think you could hold one with 2 hands for more stable.
So we use road flares, and they tend to give off this really nasty flaming stuff that comes off them. You really want to hold them away,
Away
from
from
you.
you.
Okay. Not holding it in
Right in front of
you.
your face.
and
downhill.
then when you get to the bottom of the mountain, they're shooting off the fireworks, and sometimes wear a helmet because sometimes the
Oh, so
Well,
this is
yeah.
a
It's
spectator
It's quite
helmet
a sight.
situation.
It's quite a sight.
it's a lot of fun. We if come to Showdown December 31st. It'll be about 6:37 p.m. will be our torchlight procession down the mountain. It's a huge amount of fun.
Can we add trumpets and tubas to that procession
So
this year?
the last couple of years that I've done it, it's been like 10 below after the sun goes down. So I'm not too excited to
be trying
that
to
could
play
be
an
tough.
instrument. Yeah.
But it's a
That's
great
fair.
place to spend
Yeah.
New Year's for sure.
We
Yeah.
have a great
pretty
party at
neat.
the Hole in the Wall Saloon. So party in the Hole in the Wall Saloon. Watch us do our procession. Watch the fireworks.
So, big question, set everyone's mind at ease. Historically, there has been like a ski bus, but that doesn't exist anymore, correct? You have to transport yourself to the mountain and you have to transport yourself home,
There
correct?
currently is not a ski bus.
Correct.
It's something that Showdown Management has talked about bringing back from a ticket arrangement, but currently there's not a ski bus.
So, no ski bus. You are responsible for transporting yourself to the mountain and back again.
Yes.
They do have one for employees, since a lot of their staff
That makes sense.
might be coming from Great Falls or even White Sulphur. But
Yeah.
So, if you see a
Yeah,
bus
and
up
of
there,
course-
it's not to get you home.
No.
Showdown's,
for school. Yeah.
Showdown's really a fun place to work at as
Yeah.
well. And
And Showdown is
possibly-
hiring right now for all positions.
There you go.
And
All
they do
positions.
help with the transportation. up
So, if
there.
you're one of those digital nomads,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
a
Come
great
hang out
place
with
to
us.
spend a winter.
Mm-hmm. So how long should it take you, and how long does it take you to drive from Great Falls to Showdown?
It's 66 miles.
Okay.
So, an hour.
Roughly.
hour and 15.
Yeah. if you're going safely.
I drive pretty slow.
If you're
I'm
going
just
safely.
assuming it's
Yeah.
beautiful out and you're driving, and but it
Yeah.
is a beautiful drive up there.
It is. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And working at Ski Patrol, of course, you've got to get there early.
Oh
I
my
think we've got
gosh,
to have
yeah.
boots on by 8 a.m. I'll tell you what. Last year I saw moose. I saw bald
Really?
eagle. I saw some wolves on the drive. It was just
But that's
Wow.
because you're going up early. Are you going to see that, like, if you're just hanging out in Area 3, saying that's your favorite area? Not that it is, but
there are some smaller wildlife that live on the mountain.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
see.
it is the national forest, so there's
So
weasels.
have you ever
About 10 years ago, no, 15 years ago, I was skiing kind of under second thought, and I went over a ridge, and there were 3 deer.
I was just
Oh.
going to ask, have you been called to a ski patrol incident that includes a skier and
Wildlife?
Oh, yeah.
wildlife?
I don't know that we've seen that
That's good.
quite yet, but anything is possible,
Yeah.
and maybe this will be the year for
This will
that.
be the year.
I hope not.
can't wait.
Skier versus deer.
Yeah. Let's hope
Here's
not. But
the day
If
after that
you're getting
happens.
the anchor this
you're
year.
back here. Yeah.
The day
should-
after that happens, we want
You're
you back
coming on
on the
the pod-
podcast.
Oh, yeah,
We-
we'll give you a heads up right away.
We should mention the Anchor Award.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest, most interesting ski patrol awards out there for sure.
So
I've never won the Anchor.
What is it?
tell us. Only ski patrol people can win the Anchor Award, or does
Well,
it?
the Anchor Award goes to the patroller who had the most unfortunate incident that didn't involve anyone getting injured.
Oh,
No one in the public getting injured.
Okay.
Patroller can get injured.
There's usually an
Okay.
incident or two every season that's kind of interesting. Like Aaron said, no one got hurt.
Yeah.
But if it, for example, if we were bringing a toboggan up on the chairlift to get it back to the top of the mountain and it by chance went through the window of the top lift shack, that
not
would
that it's probably ever
qualify.
done that.
Oh.
Might qualify, or if a ski patroller forgot to secure their backpack properly and it got snagged on the chairlift when they tried to
And they took a
exit.
ride on the way down.
Oh, see, that's what
Upside
scares
down.
me.
Well, things
Oh
like
my
that
gosh.
happen. Yeah, that's those are the recipients
Oh my
of
gosh.
the Anchor
So do you
Award.
want to get an Anchor Award or no? You said you've
I
never.
think I think if I was on ski patrol, I would win it
You-
every year.
you tr-
I believe I would win it
you
every
haven't
year.
won it. Have you won it?
I've come close, but I
Okay.
have not. I don't believe I've actually been a recipient of
Okay,
that.
but
Yeah,
you've had
that's-
incidents that have qualified.
Oh, I'm sure. And I try to keep those pretty quiet.
Yeah.
So
Of
I don't really
course.
advertise that.
So,
but-
I'm not
There's
gonna,
no campaigning for it, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
So
Generally,
I'm not
there's
going to
no
mention
campaign.
who the winner of it this year was, but there was a patroller who had to take a snowmobile to someplace on the mountain, and it ended up on its side.
Okay.
But at the time we were doing some advanced medical training for people wanting to take their senior test, and he did it right by them. No one went to help him, but there's more pictures and video of that event.
Than anything else.
there were about
Perfect.
30 or 40 people. I personally saw that.
wow.
so did I.
And what made it the best part was it was relatively flat there. There was just one little section where
Nice.
there was kind of a berm
Tip
of
it.
snow.
Yeah.
That was enough to tip the snowmobile
Oh my
over on its
gosh.
side. Unfortunately, again, no one was hurt, but it was pretty interesting visual.
Gosh.
Well, thank you for not giving awards to people getting hurt.
Yeah, that
but
seems good.
If you ever want to institute that, I will be a regular up at the ski hill because I love getting awards.
So hang out around her. Yeah. Award winner right there.
You should build a mannequin for our mannequin jump. Get earn
Yeah.
yourself a golden pig.
There
Yeah.
you go. Golden pig.
I have no engineering skills, so I don't think I do
You don't need
well
engineering
in
skills.
those
Is
as
that
well.
the point?
We did
Some
talk
creativity.
we did talk with Avery about that. So if you want to know more about the mannequin jump, please listen to that that episode with Avery where we talked about all the fun things Showdown, mannequin jump, and then how Avery got out of ski school.
Oh, we'll have to ask Ricky about that too, about the mannequin jump when she comes on.
Yeah, so there's just which, tease a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ricky from Showdown is coming on. So this
Yes.
is not your first or last episode on
About
skiing in Great Falls, Montana. Perfect winter activity, not just skiing, snowmobiling, which you're not going to do on Showdown, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, ice fishing, plenty of activities to be
Yeah.
had in Great Falls in the winter.
Yeah. So people who say there's nothing to do here in the winter are just wrong.
They're liars.
There's liars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them.
We've seen a lot of folks from elsewhere in the state visiting Showdown more commonly now. Folks coming out of Billings, Bozeman, Livingston, that are making the drive up to Showdown.
A lot of Havre skiers lately.
True.
I think there's a lot of appeal because, well, all of the reasons we've talked about, including the shorter lines and things like that, and it is more reasonable for your family to go ski there than some other places in the state.
That's a good point, yeah, because it can be an expensive sport, and Showdown has been able to maintain some very reasonable, fair pricing that makes it possible for a family to go enjoy a day on the ski slopes.
So do it. If you've never done it, book some time with an instructor.
Yes.
Also, as Erin has told us in the past, if you're not comfortable, like if you're coming from sea level, don't make skiing your first day activity on your itinerary. You're going to need to adjust to the elevation change.
Especially not if you come from Florida that night, go drinking with your buddies, and just go straight up to 8,300 feet.
Okay.
That's fair. Good point.
Seems like there might be some past experience that might have led to that disclaimer, like all disclaimers happen.
Yes.
Well, we really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you
It was
both
a lot
so
of fun.
much. Yeah.
Well, we try to make it painless as possible.
And we hope to see you in the saloon at the end of the day and not on the mountain
At
otherwise when we're there.
Yeah.
We should, before we leave, we should mention Patrollapalooza.
Oh, that sounds fun. What's that?
That's a neat event.
What's
so
Patrollapalooza?
we introduced Patrollapalooza last year, which is kind of, we do stations all over Showdown on a Sunday usually in March. Well, it's going to be in March this year, and we have demonstrations. I think Justin was giving demonstrations on how to do a sling and swath. I call it profiling as a scout leader. They put me in the knot stations.
Nice. Yep. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know you're nuts.
You can get some free toboggan rides. See that?
See, maybe that's your chance.
We'll have stations all over the mountain showing what Ski Patrol does, and just make it a family-friendly, fun event. Patrollapalooza.
Is that's still within season?
Yes.
You said in March.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can ski to each one of these stations, and then you could also, if you don't want to be a part of Patrollapalooza,
That's a mouthful.
you can just ski. You don't have to do the
Correct.
stations.
You don't have to do the stations.
Yeah.
But you might as well.
We'll be sad if you ski by us and
Right.
you don't ask
That
us.
sounds fun,
But
though.
if you do
play with
all
some-
of the stations,
Oh, do
and
you
we
get
have
a
a little
cookie
map,
card?
so you get signed off at each station.
Oh.
If you do each one, your card gets put into a drawing at the end of the day for some really cool prizes. So there is some incentive
So
to
excited.
show up for Patrollapalooza.
Yeah.
Lots of swag.
Hit all the stations
Nice.
and have some
If you
fun.
gamify anything for me and there's a prize at the end, I'm going to do it.
I wish people could see the change in your face when you heard that there was some type of
I
prize.
think she's going to be there. I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
I
have to
like
figure out
the
how to
free
get to you.
toboggan ride option.
That's quite
Yeah.
exciting.
to do that without having to do it in a serious like
It's a lot more
I've-
fun to do it there than it is to when there's.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's
Like
the
when
only
you're
time
required to
that's
be
the
in
only
it?
time I want to
Yeah.
ride in it. Yeah. Ideally.
Well, then master your abilities on the chairlift, and you'll never have to be in a
Oh
toboggan.
boy, yeah. Thankfully, I haven't ended up in one for many of my chairlift debacles, but I've gotten better, knock on wood, with age. But
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's just some coordination things that are not my strong suit.
Yeah.
So.
well, when you go, have Aaron do your lesson with Aaron. Get the basics of getting on and off the chairlift down. It'll make your day a lot better.
Yeah, I think the last time I was at Showdown, it was still one of those, you hold on to the rope and it pulls you to the top.
Oh, the rope tow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that still exist? Oh no, it's the
Thank goodness we do not have a rope towing. I think when my kids were learning to ski, I shredded about 9 pair of gloves, and when I was
Oh.
learning to ski as a kid, I shredded about 9 pair of gloves on that
Yeah.
on that rope tow.
yeah. That seems
It was fun.
not fun.
My one time skiing at Showdown.
We've got, for your beginner skiers, we now have what you call a magic carpet.
That's what
which
it's
is
called.
a conveyor
Yeah.
belt. It's nice and easy. You'd have fun, Rebecca.
It's kind of like the moving sidewalk
we'll
in
take
the
you on.
airport.
We'll take you
Exactly.
We'll take you on that. You just stand on it. It'll take you to the top of the bunny hill, and then we will show you how to make some nice, easy, controlled turns down, and then I'll take you on the chairlift.
Do you still use the pizza French fry
Yes.
terminology?
Yeah, exactly.
With the kids, we do.
Okay.
With the adults,
Well,
I usually call them wedges in parallel.
I think you should with Rebecca though. She
I
likes food.
think adults understand pizza and French fry.
Yeah.
Maybe just suggesting you should always reference food.
Just Philly's pizza and French fries. Yeah. I like it.
Well, it has been a blast, and
Yeah.
and one thing in closing is I'll say, Montana's first ski hill, absolutely amazing experience. But now what you know is you are in good hands
Yes.
if things go south.
Yes.
Which it's really just a matter of time if things go south for some people.
That's just how their
On
life
some
works.
people. Like, it's just a given that that's going to happen.
Mm.
So plan your trip. It sounds like the perfect weekend to come. The first perfect weekend would be December 9th.
Yes.
Do the ski, open day at Showdown.
Pray for snow.
Pray for snow.
Then go to Banff, eat at our local restaurants,
Yep.
stay in our local properties, drink in our local establishments after you're done skiing.
Use our local ride home system.
Yeah. Sounds like a really fun weekend,
Yeah.
December 9th, here in
There's
Great
gonna be
Falls.
a lot going on. If folks do want to pick up their tickets for the Banff Film Festival, again, our website is gfskipatrol.org,
Okay.
and we do have a structure on there to buy tickets online. A person can also just visit Bighorn Outdoor Specialists in downtown Great Falls and not only get their tickets there, but of course get outfitted with
Get
all
good
kinds of
gear.
winter outdoor gear. It's
Apparel.
a phenomenal
That way you're
resource here in
not. That
town.
way you're not using your fishing waders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
as snow
Don't
pants.
use your fishing
And,
Yeah.
and
waders.
anyone who buys a ticket for Banff at Bighorn is going to get entered into a special additional swag prize from Rab.
Ooh.
Oh.
There you go. More prices for you.
And Rab is just an incredible clothier, making coats and
Okay.
down coats and things like
Nice.
that. So.
Good stuff.
So if all of that was lost on you, you can always go to visit greatfallsmontana.org, which you're all familiar with because I say it all the time.
And we'll
that
have info in the
band
show notes.
festival is listed on our events page.
Yes, it is.
So thank you all for keeping us safe. Thanks for sharing the not horrid stories about death and dismemberment from the ski hill,
Yeah.
which happens if you're not smart. So be smart
Be
and
smart.
ski safe.
Yes.
And until we see your bright, smiling, happy, joyful face here in Great Falls, Montana, we hope you are creating amazing memories with your friends and family wherever you are. We'll see you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.